Ghana, a country located in West Africa, boasts a rich and captivating history. From ancient kingdoms to its modern-day independence, Ghana has played a pivotal role in shaping the identity of Africa. This video will delve into the fascinating history of Ghana, exploring its ancient roots, the impact of colonialism, the struggle for independence, and its journey to becoming the vibrant nation it is today. Ghana's story is one of resilience, cultural richness, and the unwavering spirit of its people. The echoes of its past resonate through its vibrant traditions, diverse ethnic groups, and significant contributions to the African continent. Join us as we journey through time, uncovering the layers of Ghana's past and gaining a deeper understanding of this remarkable nation. From the bustling streets of Accra, its capital city, to the tranquil shores of Lake Volta, Ghana's beauty is as diverse as its history. Prepare to be captivated by the tales of ancient empires, the struggles against colonial rule, and the enduring legacy of Ghana's fight for freedom. Through it all, the spirit of the Ghanaian people has remained unyielding, a testament to their strength and determination. Long before the arrival of European powers, the land that is now Ghana was home to powerful and sophisticated kingdoms, each with its own unique culture and governance. These kingdoms thrived on trade, craftsmanship, and complex social structures, leaving an indelible mark on the region's history. Their bustling marketplaces were hubs of activity, where traders and craftsmen showcased their skills and wares. One of the most prominent of these ancient kingdoms was the Ashanti Empire, which rose to prominence through strategic alliances and military strength. Known for their military prowess and intricate goldwork, the Ashanti people established a vast empire that dominated much of present-day Ghana. Their warriors were feared, and their gold artifacts were highly prized. Their legacy continues to inspire awe and admiration, with their traditional kente cloth and adinkra symbols remaining important aspects of Ghanaian culture. These symbols and patterns tell stories of their ancestors and convey deep meanings. Another significant kingdom was the Kingdom of Denkyira, known for its gold mines and strategic location along trade routes. This kingdom played a crucial role in the regional economy. Denkyira's wealth and influence made it a major player in the region's political landscape. Its traders were known far and wide, and its gold artifacts were symbols of its prosperity. The kingdom's rise and fall are intertwined with the Ashanti Empire, with whom they had both alliances and conflicts. These interactions shaped the history and dynamics of the region. These ancient kingdoms were not only powerful entities but also centers of art, culture, and trade. Their influence extended beyond their borders, impacting neighboring regions. The Ashanti in particular were renowned for their craftsmanship, with their goldsmiths creating exquisite pieces that are still admired today. Their techniques and designs have been passed down through generations. The intricate designs and symbolism woven into their kente cloth reflect their rich cultural heritage. Each pattern and color holds significance, representing various aspects of their history and beliefs. The arrival of European powers on the shores of West Africa in the 15th century marked a significant turning point in Ghana's history. This era heralded the beginning of a new and tumultuous chapter, one that would forever alter the social, economic, and cultural fabric of the region. The Portuguese, followed by other European nations, established trading posts along the coast, initially drawn by the abundance of gold and other valuable resources. These trading posts soon became bustling centers of commerce where goods and cultures were exchanged. However, the focus soon shifted to a much darker and more sinister trade, the transatlantic slave trade. This trade would become one of the most tragic and inhumane chapters in human history, characterized by unimaginable suffering and brutality. This abhorrent practice would have a devastating impact on Ghana and the entire African continent, leaving an indelible scar on its history. The landscapes, once vibrant with life and activity, became desolate and empty as countless individuals were forcibly taken from their homeland. European powers, seeking cheap labor for their plantations in the Americas, exploited existing rivalries among African kingdoms, fueling conflict and instability. These rivalries were often exacerbated by the Europeans, who manipulated local leaders and communities to their advantage. They traded guns, textiles, and other goods in exchange for captured Africans, who were then subjected to the horrors of the Middle Passage and forced into slavery. The journey across the Atlantic was fraught with peril, and many did not survive the grueling conditions on the ships. The coastal regions of Ghana became major hubs in this inhumane trade, with castles and forts such as Cape Coast Castle and Elmina Castle serving as holding points for enslaved Africans before their perilous journey across the Atlantic. These structures stand today as somber reminders of this dark period. The transatlantic slave trade had a profound and lasting impact on Ghana. Entire villages were emptied, and the social fabric of communities was torn apart. The loss of so many people had a ripple effect, affecting every aspect of life in the region. It decimated populations, destroyed families, and disrupted traditional social structures. The trauma of this period is still felt today, as the descendants of those who were enslaved continue to grapple with the legacy of their ancestors' suffering. The trade also fueled conflict and instability, as kingdoms were pitted against each other in their quest for power and wealth. This internal strife further weakened the region, making it more vulnerable to external exploitation. The legacy of this dark chapter in human history continues to haunt Ghana and the African diaspora, serving as a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of fighting against all forms of oppression. Today, memorials and commemorations serve to honor those who suffered and to educate future generations about the atrocities of the past. As the transatlantic slave trade declined in the 19th century, European powers, driven by imperial ambitions, sought to establish formal colonies in Africa. Britain, with its growing industrial might, set its sights on the Gold Coast, as Ghana was then known. The British, through a combination of diplomacy, treaties, and military force, gradually expanded their control over the region, encountering resistance from various Ghanaian groups along the way. The Ashanti, known for their warrior tradition and strong leadership, fiercely resisted British attempts to subjugate them. The Anglo-Ashanti Wars, fought over several decades, were a testament to the Ashanti's determination to protect their sovereignty. Despite their valiant efforts, the Ashanti were eventually defeated, their kingdom absorbed into the expanding British colony. Other ethnic groups, such as the Fante, initially allied with the British to challenge Ashanti dominance. However, they too eventually resisted British rule, realizing the true nature of colonial intentions. The British, however, consolidated their control by the early 20th century, establishing the Gold Coast as a crown colony within their vast empire. The imposition of colonial rule brought about significant changes to Ghana's political, economic, and social fabric. Section 5. The Seeds of Independence. The experience of colonial rule, while oppressive, inadvertently sowed the seeds for Ghana's eventual independence. The harsh realities of colonial exploitation and the imposition of foreign rule created a collective consciousness among the Ghanaian people, fostering a deep-seated desire for freedom and self-governance. The British, in their efforts to govern their colony, established educational institutions and administrative structures that would later be instrumental in the fight for self-determination. These schools became breeding grounds for future leaders who would use their acquired knowledge to challenge the status quo. Ghanaian intellectuals, exposed to Western education and ideas, began to question the legitimacy of colonial rule, drawing inspiration from nationalist movements sweeping across Asia and other parts of the world. They engaged in fervent discussions and debates, envisioning a future where Ghana could stand on its own. World War II, with its devastating impact and the weakening of European powers, further fueled the desire for independence. The war exposed the vulnerabilities of colonial powers and highlighted the contradictions of fighting for freedom abroad while denying it in the colonies. Ghanaian soldiers who had fought alongside British forces returned home with a heightened sense of nationalism and a determination to end colonial domination. Their experiences on the battlefield instilled in them a belief in their own capabilities and a vision for a liberated Ghana. Political organizations such as the United Gold Coast Convention or UGCC emerged, advocating for self-governance. These groups organized rallies, petitions, and campaigns, mobilizing the masses and articulating the aspirations of the Ghanaian people. The UGCC, led by educated elites like J.B. Dankwa, initially sought gradual progress towards independence, working within the existing colonial system. They believed in a step-by-step approach, negotiating with the British authorities for incremental changes. However, the desire for immediate change and the frustration with the slow pace of reforms led to the emergence of a more radical and charismatic leader, Kwame Nkrumah. Nkrumah's dynamic leadership and his call for self-government now resonated deeply with the people. Nkrumah's arrival on the political scene would galvanize the independence movement and propel Ghana towards its destiny as the first sub-Saharan African nation to break free from colonial rule. His vision and determination inspired a generation, leading to the historic moment when Ghana finally achieved its long-awaited independence. The journey towards self-governance in Ghana was a long and arduous one. It was marked by the tireless efforts of many who believed in the power of self-determination. Leaders and citizens alike came together, driven by a shared vision of a free and independent nation. Their resilience and unwavering spirit laid the foundation for what would become a historic movement towards independence. On March 6, 1957, Ghana achieved a monumental victory. It became the first sub-Saharan African country to gain independence from colonial rule. This triumph was not just for Ghana, but for the entire continent of Africa. It ignited a wave of liberation movements across the region, inspiring many to pursue their own paths to freedom. Ghana's independence was a beacon of hope and a testament to the power of unity and determination. The road to progress was not without its challenges. Post-independence Ghana faced numerous hurdles, from political instability to economic struggles, yet through resilience and innovation, the nation continued to grow. Investments in education, infrastructure, and healthcare began to take root, paving the way for a brighter future. The spirit of perseverance and the pursuit of excellence remained at the heart of Ghana's journey, driving the nation forward. Today, Ghana stands as a beacon of democracy and progress in Africa. Its commitment to democratic principles, human rights, and sustainable development has set it apart as a model for other nations. The country's vibrant culture, rich history, and forward-thinking leadership continue to inspire and guide its path. As Ghana moves into the future, it remains a symbol of what can be achieved through unity, resilience, and a steadfast commitment to progress.